the Malian crisis is a crisis that's been going on for over a decade. And now, under the current political circumstances, the crisis has been intensifying again after a lull of around 8 years, we can say. And this lull was mainly due to the fact that the international forces were making some difference in terms of keeping jihadists at bay to a certain degree. Now, the attacks that took place, they took place in northern Mali, and northern Mali was where a lot of the French forces were concentrated, and the UN forces were also heavily concentrated in these areas. Northern Mali was also the region that was the source of the Malian crisis initially, more than a decade ago. In terms of clear military capacity, Mali at this does not have the ability to resolve its own security challenges, and this does not mean that Western military intervention, is the only solution. But we can definitely say that Mali requires to maintain strong bilateral cooperation with all its neighbors that are similarly affected by the jihadist threat. One, and two, its neighbors that face increasing risks of jihadist incursion. So we're talking about both the coastal ECOWAS states as well as the Sahelian states like Burkina Faso and Niger. Unfortunately, at this stage, bilateral military cooperation and regional military cooperation has completely collapsed due to the geopolitics of the region. In many ways, there's been this strong, pervasive anti-French sentiment that's spread across the countries that have had military coups. That's Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Guinea. This has caused a rift in their relations with regimes like Cote d'Ivoire, Benin. Right now, unfortunately, when it comes to dealing with one, we are talking about a security crisis, but in reality, ECOWAS has proved unsuccessful in addressing simultaneous political crises that has taken place in the region in the last 3-4 years. ECOWAS has not been able to promote democracy, nor has ECOWAS been able to prevent military regimes from coming into power. ECOWAS sanctioned Mali after the second military coup, and the junta planned to delay their elections, but eventually ECOWAS was forced to lift sanctions because sanctions was not an effective political tool. So in that sense, ECOWAS has already failed to deal with these political crises that have taken place. So clearly there has to be a different approach, development-focused approach from the region.